What's going on, guys? Girls, Rob here, and I've got a channel idea. It's actually, I guess, more of an idea, maybe for me and Ellen Shaw, but I want to see if you guys like it. And then on top of that, I have a drawer full of open sheets. If you've got games and you're like, oh, Rob, you know what? I don't have that original sheet. I don't have that sheet. I don't have that sheet. I've got them probably. What I can do, I can photograph it, send it to you where you can get it printed yourself. Okay? So, let me start off with this. I've got some Inside the Cup golf. Sean says, hello, Miss Rob. She's got earphones on right now. Oh, she heard? No, she did hear. But Pebble Beach, and I put all of these on master copies. Augusta, Beth Page was already on a master copy, and TPC Sawgrass. And anybody needing one of those, needing a score sheet, all you got to do is let me know. I'll take a photograph. It's yours. I'll send it to you. Also, if you play red, white, and blue racing, I got red, white, and blue racing score sheets. If you got Grid Zone, I got Grid Zone score sheets. Atma Hockey, I got Atma Hockey. Title Bout 2. Now, in fairness to Title Bout 2, what's up, Oli? I use this score sheet for my Glory Days boxing. I'll have to admit it. And if you do play the racing game that I have, racing Daring Racers, that's a good score sheet there for that. I've got all sorts of score sheets. I really do. Grid Zone, I've got a bunch of them, and that's red, white, and blue racing. So I've got a lot. So if you need a score sheet, and red, white, and blue racing, yep. If you need a score sheet, all you got to do is get in touch with me. Any of the I got the spare sheets open right here, and I've got a place for them now. And I'm gonna take care of things that way. If you do need one, take a quick picture of it, and we're good. Second thing, for the channel, I think maybe this might raise the interest of level a little bit of Inside the Cup golf. What if Rob and Alan were actually playing the game? Okay, what if we made a card of Alan Shaw and Robert Kinsler, and we put them here, and we put some statistics down, and we put our putting stats down. Obviously, not anything near the pros, right? But maybe if we have a pro-am at Pebble Beach, he can have a partner, I can have a partner, and then we can both have our chances to putt or whatever. And what's up, Alex? What's up, BR Wells? So how do you feel about that? If me and Alan both made our own Inside the Cup cards, right? And then we played a pro-am. Let's say he teamed up with Rory McIlroy. Let's say I teamed up with Dustin Johnson, and we went against each other, and we still got to shoot first every time, but our partner would have a chance to do better. So what do you think about that, guys? I'm seriously considering making my own card and maybe making a couple of other cards with different things. Hi, Mrs. Rob is the big thing going on right now. Alex said that. If you're just getting here, I've got a bunch of empty sheets, a bunch of open sheets. If you play games, if you got Darius says hello. If you play red, white, and blue racing, I've got a sheet. I can send you a copy. If you play Atma Hockey, I can photograph it. Send you when you roll a 5, your cart's brake comes off and runs you over. Pete Alonso is not human. Yeah, Pete Alonso hit 100. He's hit over 100 home runs in the competition now. And if you like to play title bout and or Glory Days boxing sheets, I've got a little bit of everything in here. There's that Daring Racers, and the wife made some big ones for Daring Racers. If we ever want to play it with a lot of folks and play a lot of laps, we can always do that. Have our own drivers. So, what's up, Keith? Yeah, Ohtani. I just didn't think Ohtani was going to win. And I told you guys last night beforehand, I just didn't think he was going to, and he didn't. Glory Days boxing. So if you run out of sheets, this is what it's for. Contact me. Say, Rob, I need a copy of the Glory Days boxing. I've got a score sheet 2 or 3 different places, but I use Title Bout. Who do you think wins tonight's All-Star game? I'm tending to lean toward the American League, only because Acuna Jr.'s down, and I think I like the American League just a little bit better. You got Yankees, Red Sox, Angels, Blue Jays, A's. I mean, you got a lot of White Sox. You got a lot of good teams there. Where the National League, yeah, you got the Mets, yeah, you got the Dodgers, you got the Padres. Then you start wondering where you're going to get some players from. You got the Braves too, yeah. But yeah, Rob only needs 192 more subscribers to hit 500. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, right? I kind of like the American League. I really do. I think I didn't even mention the Rays. There's more good American League teams than there are good National League teams. Let's say it that way. And you're going to have 1 or 2 American League teams that are decent. They're not going to make playoffs. That's just the way it's going to be. Right now, the Yankees wouldn't be in the playoffs, and they're a good team. They're a good team. I don't care if you like them or not. So yeah, and I'm not even sure I'll watch it. I didn't watch it last night, but that's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about making some cards that are for people that amateur golfers, amateur golf cards, leave a name open, and maybe have 5 or 6 different ones. And that way, maybe if we do a pro-am, maybe somebody's a bad putter and a little bit better driver, then maybe somebody's a pretty good putter and they can't drive worth a lick. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking about doing and maybe seeing if you guys want to watch it on the channel. I know we've been getting a lot of good views from Inside the Cup Golf. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of views, and I have yet to even show you Bethpage Black. Bethpage Black is a monster. It is just a real monster of a course. And if you do play this game, it's a lot of fun. Me and Alan have been playing it against each other on StreamYard a lot, but we stay in contact. So he plays a lot when I'm not around. I play a lot when he's not around. All right. So this is what you get if you order a set. Okay, a set course. First off, you get the Bethpage New York, Bethpage Black, and it goes all the way from the first hole to the 18th hole. Then they rank them hardest to easiest. That's the hardest hole. It's 15? Easiest hole is 4th hole. 4th hole is the easiest hole. And only 2 par 5. Rob, will you still be able to do a playthrough of Payoff Pitch in the near future? Yes. Yes, I will. And in fact, maybe in just a few minutes, I will do that. Do you have the 2019 set? BR Wells, do you have a 2019 set? But I asked him some in between questions here. So after you've got the cover sheet out the way, then you can set that to the side. You shouldn't need that. Put it to the side, but hold on to it, right? And then you got the first one, and right here, then you see the sand coming up the sides. So you got the sand. No, sir, I have 69, 1983. Okay, gotcha. So I'll tell you what I'll do. In just a minute, I will pull out two teams that are from 2019. That's the only set I have. And I will show you guys how I play. If you have questions, best way to do it, write them down right now. And then when I'm playing, present me with the questions, okay? Present me with the questions right while I'm playing because I may not see it right off the bat, okay? Fast action cards, I only use fast action cards for the arrows. That is the only thing I use fast action cards for in that game. So that's a question that I've I'm not going to say deleted it, but I've made it where a lot of people don't ask that question anymore because that's a question that likes to be asked a lot. I only use fast action cards for, and I keep them over here all the time, for arrows and, for hits, arrows, and like checks on it, stadium checks. While baseball's off, I have to start looking at football ratings. Oh, yeah, football ratings. Also, if Mr. Darius Montre can get us lined up. Base running. Okay, yep, we got base running. You can actually do that. That's some options you can do with and holding the runner and stuff. It's a lot of things I do, some things I don't do, depending on how well the guy holds the runners. Darius Montre has a friend that attended Vanderbilt University, was the number 10 pick in this 2021 MLB draft. Young man was drafted by the New York Mets, right? And Darius knows him really, really well. And I'm going to see if I can actually interview him live on my channel in the upcoming days or weeks. Kumar Rocker. Go check him out. He's a big, big fella. Yes, Kumar Rocker played for Vanderbilt. He was in the College World Series, and I'm going to see if I can actually get him live on his channel and interview him. And if so, if there's a question you'd like for me to pose to Kumar, within reason, not crazy, not nutty, not wild, Alex, and some of you guys send me some wild shit sometimes, so let's just be for real about it. I get hit with, he did sign yesterday. That's very cool. But I get people sending me, who's the best 1,000 athletes that's ever played in the NFL? Trust me, that is one I'm reading and laughing and going to the next one, okay? He and Jack Leiter were the 1-2 punch for Vanderbilt. Yeah, Jack Leiter, did he go to, where did Jack Leiter go? Somebody help me out. Alex LOL on me. Yeah, but he knows it's true. Jack Leiter didn't go to Boston. No. Texas. Okay. He went to Texas. Who are the top 1,000 old time competitive eaters? Rangers. Yeah. So he went to the Rangers. So I saw Terrell Pryor wants NCAA to restore Ohio State football records. Yeah, we don't know if that's going to happen or not. There's a lot, even if Big Ten may not want him to. The Big Ten probably would push for it, but you're going to have some other conferences that say, no, not so fast. But yeah, if we are able to get Kumar Rocker on here, definitely, I will advertise it at least 72 hours in advance, and I will let you guys know what time of day I can get him on here. I will work with his schedule if it's 8 a.m., if it's noon, 4 p.m., 8 p.m., or midnight, East Coast time. We can work it out. And we will see if we can get him on here. May not hold him over 15, 20 minutes, but it would be awesome to see what Kumar is thinking, going to the Big Apple. And think about it. Going to the Mets now is not going to the Mets 10 years ago. Think about that. Going to the Mets 10 years ago, I'm not going to call it a death sentence so much, but you kind of knew you were going to get up to your knees in mediocrity. That was as good as you were going to do with the Mets 10 years ago. Now with new ownership, new plan in place, new general manager, and then look where they're at right now. He's got to be pretty happy about that situation. He fell. He was predicted to go in the top 5. I don't, Kumar is what, 6'6", I think. 6'6" and weigh about 265. He's a big man. He is a big guy. Let's see. How tall and big is Kumar Rocker? What's up, Danny? He's 6'5", 245. That's the smallest 245 I've ever seen. Because I'm not 6'5", and he is as stout as I am. He looks bigger than that. He looks bigger than 245. Carries an intimidating presence on the mound. Oh, yes, no doubt about that. Yep. And also, his dad is a Eagles assistant coach. Watching Walker, Texas Ranger. Oh, okay. Will Pons nearly destroyed the Mets. Much what like the Angelos family is doing to Baltimore right now is the walking joke in the American League pretty much. What is his career win-loss record? Let's find out about it. Let's look into Kumar Rocker's situation here. Let's see what he had going on. Kumar Rocker. Let's see. He's 21 years old. He'll be 22. Hey, Darla says Danny. She got earphones on. Ah, she heard though. And his dad is an assistant coach with the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. Kumar wore number 80. That's an unusual number. And someone just said, just put in here that he had signed or expecting to sign today. Let's see. Ask him about working with other young pitchers. Matthew Allen. Oh, okay. Let's look at his career. Let's see what he did. Right here says as a professional. Now he won the College World Series in 2019. $10 million bonus. Awesome. Trey Mancini did pretty good last night in the dirt. He did great. He did great. He did wonderful. Yep. Yep, he did. He did wonderful. Yep. I don't have his numbers right here in front of me. I don't have them right here in front of me, but trust me, if we have him on, I would definitely have the numbers in front of him. I just saw that one team drafted all pitchers 20 in their draft. That should be the Philadelphia Phillies. Tonight's pitching matchup: Ohtani versus Scherzer. Yeah, and look, I think most people would actually say Scherzer is a shutdown man, is a shutdown guy. Ohtani has to go out tonight, and look, they may not let him hit because they're at a disadvantage if he starts, and then have to start having pitchers hit every time. They'll have to use their bench. They'll have to clean their bench out. Obviously, you're giving more players, but you're going to have to use a lot more pitchers too. I like the American League. I like the American League here. Scherzer, I would take Scherzer probably over any pitcher in the major leagues right now. If I needed somebody to start a game for me, I can't think of a better pitcher I would rather have. Other than if his name is DeGrom. Maybe DeGrom, but either one of them. And I think probably I would still start Scherzer because to me, Scherzer, he brings that bulldog mentality to the game. He hates getting taken out. Baseball Reference has his numbers. Okay. Thank you, Rhino and Michael. He was 28-10 with a 2.89 earned run average. Southeast Conference. Now, I don't know where Southeast Conference lies in baseball, but you would think Southeastern Conference was probably better than Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12, or ACC, just due to the fact he's leading off. They were saying, yeah. And I guess that's why Ohtani is going to do that. He's going to pitch an inning or two when it's time to him to come around to bat. Pinch hitter. They're not going to be playing with DH tonight. 321 career strikeouts. How many innings did he pitch? And was he a starter most of his career? 737 winning percentage. Was he was a starter, I think, the majority of his career, but I'm not sure. And that's look, I am not an expert. I don't even watch that much college baseball. I do not. I think they need to go to wood bats. I think it would be better. Manfred said the 7-inning DH and the second base and extra innings are temporary. A 7-inning doubleheader. 236 innings pitched sounds like a starting pitcher to me. Sounds like a starting pitcher, especially they don't play no count seasons like in Major League Baseball. So the kid will have to stay in the minors at least 1 year. He has to be down there at least 1 year. There's no way they can bring him up and expect 150 innings out of him. There's no way. There's no way. They got to put him down in Double-A. Generally, Double-A is where they'll throw you, not triple. They'll throw you in Double-A. They're kind of the waxed out guys is what I like to call them. 12.2 strikeouts per 9. Bomb city there. That's awesome. And probably a start in Double-A. And from here to the end of the season, they'd probably love to get 60 innings out of him, something like that. Maybe a few more than that. We'll see. 10 outings at 6 innings. If they get 60 innings out of him, the rest of this season, they'll be tickled. They'll be tickled. And then next year, depending on how he comes, I mean, obviously, if a kid goes out and goes 9-1 this year, you can't go into the next spring training and telling him, look, you're going to AAA for a year. You can't do that. Not with these kids nowadays. And like you said, a $10 million bonus. No, you got to come out with the expectation that if he comes out this year and explodes and just strikes out people, plays the game the way it's supposed to be played, keeps his head in the game, and it is a huge asset. I think he was a starter. He'll be there in A Brooklyn. So he's going to start in single A. Okay. Only 21, so still good age. Oh, excellent. Yes. But I would say anywhere from 40 to 60 innings is what you want to see out of him the rest of the season. That's just what I would say. I would not have him on a mound pitching 100% except every 5 days. Every third day, I'd probably have him out there, kind of like what Atlanta Braves used to do, and get to 18 to 21 pitches. 3 curves, 3 fastballs, 3 changeups, and then go back. Whatever his repertoire is. If he only has 4 pitches, 3 pitches, maybe throw a total of 5 each one. Set him down after probably second day, third day. Then 2 days later, his arm. I think he was taller than 6'4", but I could be wrong. That's just what they got listed. 6'4", 245. He looks bigger than that to me. He looks bigger than that to me. He's a stout kid. So yeah, he is going to be a force. And on top of that, he may have that little chip on his shoulder. The 9 teams passed him by, and then the Mets took him. He's really 7'4", 330 pounds. We know a guy in NFL that had a chip on his shoulder about this big because 32 teams passed on him 5 times. And he went in the 6th round. And we see what happened with him. So, yeah, carrying a chip on your shoulder is one thing. You just cannot carry it. On the field's fine. But when you're not on the field, on the field to play, just kind of let it go and be like, hey, this is who I am today. This is who I am. No, he's not 7'4", 330. I can promise you that, Ryan. But yeah, if we're able to get him on the channel, we're certainly going to do it. I would love to do that. Also, the Oakland Stadium issue is up. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of talk that they may drop out of there and end up going somewhere else. I had not brought that up on the channel either. Team USA lost. They lost to Nigeria the other night, and then they lose to Australia. Number one thing is this. Anybody that is a USA player that is an all-star should be ashamed of themselves if they're not injured. If they're injured, I don't have a problem with it. But if they're not injured, anybody that's an all-star, one of the starting all-star players or all-star team that consists of 20-some players, East and West or however you want to do it, they should be ashamed of themselves. There's no way we should field a basketball team in the U.S. and go. But hey, everybody say LeBron. Look what LeBron did for his team this year. We need some guys who can shoot the ball. We could use Steph Curry. Yeah, we could. Curry would be so much better. Thompson has been hurt. I understand that. We could use about 4 shooters. 3 or 4 shooters. Curry would be number 1. Curry decided he wanted to do some other off-season activities as well as go in and play the golf over the weekend, American Century. I don't blame him for that. But the NBA has some guys that can shoot the basketball, and the problem is in every sport's this way. Okay. Every sport's this way. We have a man named Kevin Durant here, 6'11". Great. Then we have another guy over here who whoever it is. And if he doesn't get the exposure, if he plays for Memphis, right? If he plays for New Orleans, if he plays for Orlando, he's not getting the recognition with their eyes every week. We don't see him playing all the time. When Houston lost Harden, nobody watched that team play anymore. They still won some games. That's the problem with the NBA. They're so star-struck and star-driven that they stick to each other like glue. The one player, can you recall one player 25, 30 years ago that said, and he still to this day says it, when they stacking teams, I'm running as far away from that team as I possibly can. I want to play somewhere else. I want to be the man. But I don't want to be on a team full of superstars. Does anybody know who said that? It was not MJ that said that. It is somebody else that said that. I want to be the man because I try the hardest and I work the hardest. But it wasn't Kobe either. But I'm running away. If you're going to try to, no, it wasn't Larry Bird either. Somebody out there has to know who I'm talking about. Very outspoken, and we're talking NBA. That should tell you a lot, not Shaq. Very outspoken and well loved. I'm horrible at guessing. And his golf game has picked up immensely. I'm a golfer. His golf game has picked up immensely. He got 5 pars on Sunday. He is playing. He's bringing his game now. Sir Charles, that's it. Charles. He said back in the day, this stacking of players, and just going out here going, hey, I want him, is the worst thing can do for the league. And I agree. The best thing could happen maybe is see a team like his Suns. Now the Suns have 2 or 3 great players, yes. But who, and I want the truth. How many people out here either say yes or say no, picked his Suns to win a championship before this season started? The Suns, yes or no? I didn't. I don't think many people did. And I think this is the best thing to happen for the league, is a team that goes out there that is actually playing as a team. They got a couple of great players, yes, but they do not have. No, I think no one did. And I think this is great for the league. I think it's wonderful. I think his Suns will win it. Obviously, you get my pick already. The Bucks are more incapable of doing it. But I think his Suns – I think the Suns are playing at a better pace right now, and Giannis is, one trip up away from being out for the season. So I'm taking the Suns. I still think they win in 5. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. I think they win in Milwaukee, then come home and win the title. That's what I think happens. We're going to – Lakers starting lineup. Fisher, Peyton, Kobe, Carl, Shaq. And it's been going on for 20 years. And that's a problem. If you're just getting to the channel right now, let me tell you what my idea is. If you watch golf at all, if you're just a person that just watches golf once in a while, I'm sure you've heard of the Pebble Beach Pro-Am golf tournament. I'm thinking of doing this. I'm thinking of making some cards of amateur golfers. Just amateur cards. Nothing as good as the pro cards. Amateur all the way. Can't hit it as far. Can't make as many putts. Don't hit it as straight. Anything. And making a few of them. And let Alan pick one he wants. And let Alan Shaw have a teammate. And I'll have a teammate. We'll play Pebble. Now, obviously, our PGA partner probably ends up carrying us through it most of the time. But if we can, and maybe we'll make it where we have to play at least one shot at each on the front 9 and the back 9 that we hit. So I don't know, but that's just an idea that I came up with for Inside the Cup, and it's InsideSportsGames.com. InsideSportsGames.com. And they've got 5 different courses. I've got 4 of them so far. I'm in the process of hoping to get to 5th one soon. Um, let's see what else. Our little league team. Our little league team went 0-10 this year. 0-11 so far. We may still make up a game. I don't know yet. Couldn't be any prouder of them though. I sat in the bench a couple of times, and they really put some effort forth when I showed up 4 or 5 times. It didn't really they didn't really play that well, but sometimes they really put the effort out, and they looked a lot better at the end of the year than they did early in the year. We're going to be attending a minor league game with the Lynchburg Hillcats, aka the Indians, against Carolina somebody who early candidates for trash dump of the week. I know it's really early. I really haven't talked about anybody this week. I haven't seen anybody that's really, I don't know. I got to read up on this situation with that MMA fighter. He got his leg broke, but he cheated. I have not read all about that. I didn't watch it. McGregor, Conor McGregor, I got to read up on what he did. Cole Hamels to hold showcase for interested teams on the 16th. I'm sure if the Phillies can get it, Conor McGregor, we'll see what happens with that deal with McGregor. Hamels, the last I'd heard, a lot of people were not at all happy with his speed. He used to throw 91, 92, and now they're 86, 87. 86, 87. Adam Eaton is still a guy that can bring it. Adam Eaton, don't be surprised if somebody in the NL East picks up Adam Eaton. He has been a worrywart in the side of the Mets, the Braves, the Phillies, and the Marlins for the last few years. And I just saw Ronald Acuna will miss all of next year. I'd heard, this is what I'd heard, that Ronald Acuna, that it was 100% that he was out until next All-Star break. And then it was 80% chance he was out all next year as well. And Rhino says he just saw where Acuna is going to be out next year. Hamels is a lefty. Yes, you got to be crafty, though. And I don't know if he's crafty enough. He doesn't possess a great curveball. He's got a changeup. But a changeup with a fastball of 88, I don't know if it'll do it. I really don't. You need a lefty, but man, oh man, if most good lefties have a great curveball or a good slider, and he really doesn't have that. He's got that change that's mean, but boy, oh boy, 87 to a change, somebody's going to be on top of that all the time. Rob, did you see that Will Wagner from Liberty, Billy's kid, was selected by the Astros? I did not. I had not seen that. Will Wagner, was he a closer as well? That's a question out to you. Red Sox signed Matt Barnes to a 2-year extension. Well-deserved. Matt Barnes has played out of his mind the first half of the season. I have disclosed to you guys who I think their MVP is in the first half of the season. The guys that they already had, and look, Devers could easily be the MVP candidate this year, but they were with Bogarts. They had Devers. They had JD. They had all these guys already, and then they bring in one guy, and I really, really, really thought, I still to this day think that he lit the torch up for this team, for the Red Sox, and have made them a team that feel like they can go all the way this year. I'll name that person in just a few minutes. The Flames used him in the bullpen, started some. Oh, okay. So, exactly. Alex Verdugo. You got it, Rhino. Alex Verdugo brought something to that clubhouse that they didn't have. I don't know what. He tries hard. He plays hard. He's not a bad ball player. He's not the best they got. No. But he gets up there and gives one hell of an effort. Tries hard. Really, look, he came from Tampa, okay? He originally came from Tampa. The one thing Tampa Bay will not put up with is lack of effort because they're not paying anybody anything anyway. And they're just and then when he went to the Dodgers, he learned to win in spirit, and now he's brought it to Boston. Nick Pivetta, if you saw Nick Pivetta pitch the other night, I don't know what's in his head right now. He pitched against the Phillies. They say he actually took 3 balls and threw them, and actually busted open a drink machine with one of the balls. He went crazy. And if you didn't see it, go back and watch it. He was playing the Phillies. The Phillies got a home run against him. He was down 5-0, and he just didn't pitch well that night. He didn't pitch well, and he just exploded in the clubhouse. I don't know exactly what's going on there, but he's lost 2 or 3 ball games. He's still a 4 earned run average guy, but you can be a 4 earned run average guy when you're averaging almost 6 runs a game, and they've been averaging that almost all year. The Red Sox and Pivetta should be okay. Sox need to improve starting pitching. Sale's starting to get close to rehab stint, but we overachieved in first half. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Pivetta he's never pitched that well. Eduardo, he's always been hit and miss. Eovaldi, 3 years ago in the World Series, he came out and played his best of all year. 2018. And Eovaldi has come around and started playing a lot better now. So, the Red Sox could definitely use somebody like we were just talking about. How much longer is Bauers going to go without punishment? Well, the thing is, the difference is he's not getting paid now. I don't think he's getting paid now. I'm not sure. You have to check that out. But the guy from MLB decided to put him down and set him down though. How long does Deshaun Watson get? How long does Deshaun Watson get? Roger Goodell, are you out there? Can you hear us? There's 22 allegations against Deshaun Watson. There's 1 against Bauer. Major League Baseball is setting him down, and they're looking into it. NFL, we've heard nothing from you. If he ends up sitting down all season, Watson, they're going to look back at what the hell did they do all summer? They've not mentioned his name. NFL's dropping the ball on that deal. Who will be the biggest name trade before the deadline? I still say Scherzer if they fall back. If they fall back to 3rd or 4th, I think Scherzer can go. Obviously now, another big name that could go is our outfielder for the Washington Nationals, not Soto, but the kid that came from the Cubs. As well as he's playing, it'd be hard to get rid of him. But Schwarber, but there's a chance they could if they wanted to get some more picks in and stuff. Which Cub players will be traded? And yes, and if so, yes, where do they go? I still say Bryant will go. I think Bryant has to go. I would have told you a month ago that the Phillies might go after him, just due to the fact he's great friends. He's great friends with Harper, and Alec Bohm is hitting like crap. Bohm has picked it up a little bit. If I were going to pick somewhere he could go, Harper could go, how about to the Braves? Could they not use his bat? And he plays outfield. He can play the outfield. He is very, very versatile. Watch out for the Braves trying to get Chris Bryant. Obviously, their closer could go anywhere. The Phillies could use him. They could use their closer. 76ers opening up trade talks involving Ben Simmons. Smart move there. He's just not fit into their way of the way they like to play. Ben Simmons could definitely be used somewhere like a Dallas, somewhere like a Boston. He's just not fitting in Philadelphia. They're getting all new management in. Well, they got a new GM now, and we're going to see what happens there, and a new president. So we'll see what happens. Lightning dent Stanley Cup after another Tampa boat parade. Yeah, they'll probably get a hefty fine there. And I think it is a replica. I'm not sure, but if they've got the real one out there on a boat, something's wrong there. They need to do something. Twins will dump Nelson Cruz and Donaldson. Yeah, and Nelson Cruz is another guy. He could go somewhere like in Atlanta. And look, Philadelphia could use a center fielder. They could use a center fielder. And Nelson Cruz could definitely go there. Donaldson, excellent third baseman. I don't think he'll go to I don't think he'll go back to Atlanta. He wasn't the happiest camper in Atlanta when he was there. He played and signed, but he wasn't the happiest guy there. I think they're more apt to get somebody like the kid from the Cubs. Let's see what else we got here. I would not be surprised to see the Yanks trade Chapman. I'll be surprised to see that, and I'll tell you why. He draws a crowd. I think if the Yankees are going to trade anybody, I think it'll be that young shortstop. Was it Torres? I think he's the one that could go. I think he's the one. Was it Gleyber Torres? I think there's a good chance he could be gone. I don't know if they can get rid of their two high-priced outfielders. If they could and get a king's ransom, they'd do it. I'm not sure if they would or not. Stephen A. Smith apologizing for comments on Shohei Ohtani. I don't like Stephen A. Smith. Okay, I don't like Stephen A. Smith, but he had a point there, and I don't want anyone to take offense to it. But it would kind of like being told that, okay, I'm kind of, I watch Rob's channel all the time. I'm Rob's right-hand man and all, but the only problem is I can't speak English. I have to type it up or have somebody. It comes into play. It comes into play. You think about marketing if he learned English. Some of the commercials, a lot of things he just is not able to be on. And there's more than a few. Ohtani's just one of them. If he can learn basic English, that would be great. Give the guy time, though. Okay, that's the one thing. But he is still a model of consistency for the MLB. Don't drop him, guys. Don't drop him. But I'm not sure he is your stand-up guy right in the middle. It's being like, okay, the guy we want to come watch. Maybe not. But a lot of people like to hear how people feel about things. Ohtani, let's give him some time. Let's hope he learns some basic English. That would be great. Will Lonnie White Jr., a three-sport star in high school, play football for the Lions, Nittany Lions, or baseball for the Pirates? Rhino, that's a tough one. I don't know anything about Lonnie White Jr. I cannot tell you anything about him. Number one, it depends on what position he plays football-wise and what position he plays baseball-wise. Baseball, if he's a pitcher or a corner outfielder or a corner infielder, well, and obviously even shortstop, he can make a ton of money. He could, he could definitely. Probably the best way to go is go for the Pirates. Pirates have a great young franchise. They just trade them away. That's a problem. What should we make of the NL Central right now? NL Central right now is a mess. The Reds last year, do we remember what the Reds told us? 2020, when the pandemic just was hitting in, we promise you we will bring a winning product to the field. That's what the Reds told them. And now look where they're at a year later. They are not out there to try to All right, B.R. Wells, that's cool. If the, you know, to me, the Cardinals and Milwaukee are the two teams to really take serious. Cubs, we are in a rebuilding phase. The Pirates, they have been in a rebuilding phase for 30 years. And the Reds, I don't trust the Reds. I just don't trust the Reds. They don't come through. They could have kept Bauer. They weren't willing to pay him, and they probably did the right thing by not doing it, but they should have at least brought somebody else in there, a couple of $12, $15 million guys if you're not going to pay one guy 40. I don't blame you there. What about the Yankees? The Yankees are not out of this season by far. 70 some games left. All they are is a 5 or 6 game win streak away from being a couple games out of first. If you're a Yankees fan, it's no time to be. And that's why I say I don't even know if they're going to be sellers or not. They may be buyers. Don't take them. Barkevius Mingo's lawyer. Falcons release a rush to judgment. Somebody told me the other day something about Barkevius Mingo. I don't know anything about him. He obviously is a Falcons player, and I don't know anything about him, so I cannot talk to you logically about this situation because I don't know the guy. What if I do another video how to play payoff pitch? If anybody would watch it, you are invited. It's 4:30 right now. I may play an inning. Okay. Yankees need left-handed pitching and lefty bats. Get back to where the success is at. Rhino says I'm interested. Okay. I will bring in a couple of teams from Payoff Pitch 2019 set. Okay. 2019 set. And I'll have I may not even keep up with the lineups or anything. If you guys want to keep up with where the batters are at, you can do it. And I'll just kind of show you what we go by, what you read, and go from there. Okay? I will be back. Give me 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and let me get the dice together in a couple of teams, and we'll play. All right? I hope to see you guys. Yankees, yeah, they could use some lefty pitching and lefty bats. There's not got a lot of good lefty bats out there that they can go pick up. But you know, I guess you got to look in some of the teams. I don't know. Most of them have right-heavy bats, and everybody's been telling me Trevor Story to the Yankees. Yeah, maybe, but still, he's a right-handed bat. He's not really going to help that left side at all. I've even heard Didi Gregorius' name mentioned to going back to the Yankees. The only way that would happen, I think, is if the Phillies had somebody to come in and replace Gregorius. That's what I think. All right, guys, I'll see you in just a minute. I hope to see you in how to play inside pitch. Bye-bye.